you tell Aaron to text Hugo that we're doing this, by the way? I forgot to tell him, and I want him to like retweet it and stuff. Or everyone, hey, can everyone tweet at Hugo to say that the live stream started and I asked him to retweet the link?
Yes, everyone tweet at madeon. Let's see here.
Tell him I'm sorry that I forgot to text him first.
I met madeon when I was like 14 years old and he was 12 online. We became friends online, like very early. And this was before either of us even had a music career, really. We were just starting to write music. And we were on a music production forum, and we were both the youngest people on that forum. And so we kind of became rivals because we both like wanted to be the best young producer, so we were really competitive with each other, but also quickly became friends and supported each other as well. And then over time, we both kind of started having a successful music career, which is weird because we didn't collaborate, we didn't work together to that point, and we hadn't collaborated to that point, we hadn't worked together or anything like that. And so it was really fun and interesting that like we're like, wow, we knew each other so early on, and now we're both these musicians professionally. We should kind of complete the circle and do something together.
Now I understand that. How did Hugo sing that high comment, by the way?
Right,
He's really getting up there, alto.
Me and madeon have been friends since we were very, very young through the internet. He's from France and I'm from America, but we were both producing music when we were really young. I produced music when I was 14 and he produced music when he was 12. So online we had this reputation of being the really young producers. And so we've been friends for a long time, and we wrote Shelter together as our collaboration because we've been friends for a long time, but we've never made music together.
The best way I can describe the show is it's kind of like a celebration of our love for one another's music.
Tell us your favorite thing about Hugo.
His musical talent. He's just, I mean, he is, I hope he's not listening to this, but he's a genius and a really great person. No, he's just so talented, and we both, interestingly, even though sometimes we might arrive to kind of similar conclusions, musically we approach things very, very, very differently. And so working in the studio together with him was such a fascinating experience because we would run into a problem with the song and we would think of completely different ways to approach solving it. So we just had double the solutions and we could try out a lot of stuff. So we would, for a given problem, we usually had 3 or 4 different things we tried to do to fix it, and that created some really interesting results.
Well, we see this year, 2015, 2016, as being the time where our styles really connected. And I think in the future, my style will change, and madeon's style will change in the future. So we thought now was a really good time for us to work together. Also, we both just released our first albums. I released my album, Worlds, and he released his album, Adventure. And so we thought the next step after our albums is to release a collaboration.
Shelter did you contribute to the most?
Oh man. Well, I don't want to say the wrong thing and have there be a dispute over it, but like I would say the chord progression and that main A, I will A is what I wrote.
That's the part that sounded the corneriest to me.
Yeah, but much more than that too. I mean, we ended up using, it was Hugo's suggestion for us to go with a 4-on-the-floor drum kit, but we ended up using a lot of my drum samples. Hugo was the primary force behind the lyrics, and I'd say the vocal melodies were, oh no, I missed one! Or pretty much an even split between us. It was written over such a long period of time. I honestly, this song is a straight 50-50 between us, I would say. It's like, it's the most equitable dream of a song to me. Like, I feel like it is absolutely as much him as it is me. We produced it on his computer, and like, he was like he's a faster producer than I am too. He's like super proficient with FL and all of its keyboard shortcuts. So it was my first time like spending less time actually sitting in the chair. But we were in person for all of it, besides a few things that we did online, and we were,
Alrighty.
Hugo might dispute some of what we did, but I know that the chord progression of the hook and the hook, the A, I will A, that's your boy.
Parker Miska.
madeon is like 100% genius. He's like super talented. He's secretly, madeon is a magician. He like magic tricks and stuff. Yeah, he does magic tricks. Yeah, he's 100% tensai, like complete genius and super talented at everything he tries. So he's a master, really. And me and madeon compete with each other too. You know, we're always trying to get better than each other, and so we have an interesting relationship.
I'm sorry, Hugo, that we did this to your voice and to our song. Our beautiful child has been ruined.
You want me to hold off on questions for a second?
No, I'm all good.
All right.
He's a genius. He's maybe the smartest person I know, and so I think that if I ever have any, like, we always come to each other with new music and ideas and things to discuss.